Christopher Nolan is coming out with a new film on the Odyssey, and I'll be honest with you, I have my worries. Like, Matt Damon as Odysseus, like, I don't know about that. But as a director, he has a sense of the epic, right? Those are kind of like what his movies are all about. So I'm excited. I'm definitely going to go see it. It's a really long, epic poem translated into English from ancient Greek. You know, I'm sure when it translated into English from ancient Greek, you get these neckbeards, these gatekeepers who say, oh, well, you should probably read it in ancient Greek. Otherwise, you're not experiencing it right. The funny thing about them is that, you know, before it was even written down in ancient Greek, it was told through the oral tradition. Like, people literally memorized this crazy long epic poem and performed it with instruments, right? Live. And those people, probably the original gatekeepers of the Odyssey, who literally kept it in their heads, probably scoffed at this new technology of writing. Blah! Writing? What is this? What are these symbols? These can't possibly manifest the same emotions that a performance of the Odyssey can. Frankly, I think you can get a lot out of it by reading it. Because there's this thing called imagination, right? That we all have, particularly D&D players, that makes it work. Now, my point here is that I've seen a lot of stuff that is very similar in terms of Dungeons and Dragons. You have these kind of old school table playing D&D dungeon tubers who, you know, that's their craft, that's their art. I respect it, respect what they do, but they see this new technology forming around D&D. They see people using computers and the internet and virtual tabletops to be able to play D&D with each other, and they scoff at it. They say that it's a surrogate form of D&D, that it's not real D&D, that you can't possibly feel the emotion of D&D if you don't play online. Makes me mad. It's just not true. And I'm here to explain why that misconception may exist, and why it's not true, and why you should play online Dungeons and Dragons, even if you are a tabletop person, an in real life person, why you might want to experiment with it and get better at it. And if you haven't played Dungeons and Dragons, then definitely use online gaming as a way of getting into the hobby, getting into this wonderful hobby of ours. Don't let people tell you that you're not doing it right, because you are. It's a video game. It's not a video game, okay? It's not a video game. If you say it's a video game, then you don't know what a video game is, okay? Let me explain to you what a video game is, what a video game does, all right? A video game is a program that generates graphics that do something, okay? And then the players respond to it, okay? The original video game is Pong, right? Remember Pong? The little ball? Bloop, bloop, bloop. That was amazing when it came out. That was like, what? They could do that? They could put a little ball moving on the thing, and I can move this thing, and we can play pickleball with each other? Like, what? Yeah, that's what a video game does. And they have increased in complexity, and I can't wait until GTA 6 comes out. I can't wait until, well, shoot, Doom, Dark Ages. Like, oh my god, like the most metal shooter of all time. Like, I'm loving it, dude. I love those games. But they're video games. When I press start, things happen, and I gotta do stuff, right, to respond to it. That's a video game. Roll20, the system that I use, and this is not an ad for Roll20. They don't pay me anything. This is what I use. This is what works for me and my group. Nothing happens in that game without someone doing something to make it happen. Now, I know that there are ways you can do it, and there are other VTTs that there is a certain level of automation in there, and if you like to do that, that's totally you. But in my game, it's all very virtual tabletop-esque, right? If a monster moves on the screen, it's because I moved it, okay? I thought about that monster, and just like a real tabletop, I picked it up and I moved it to attack Gump with his 2 claws in his teeth, right? That's what's happening. I did that. Deal with it. And if Gump decides to run away, then he decides to do that. If you go into my VTT right now, nothing happens. It's a dead table. There's nothing happening. There's no program. There's no life. There's nobody there. It's an empty table. It's a sad thing to think that our characters are sitting in this dungeon, actually, online somewhere, just waiting for us to come back for them. In my game, in my Roll20 game, I literally handcrafted every single token in that game. I built it like people draw on index cards, right? And throw them down on the table. I got pen and ink pictures that looked old schoolish, and I used those as tokens, and I went into the old digital rule books and I found all the little art for all their little monsters, and then I made those the monster tokens, and that's what we use. That's what we use at the table. I made it. All the maps, I drew them. I drew them on Dungeon Scrawl. I took my time. I put on movies like Conan the Barbarian and got into it. And I built these little maps, and then I put them in Roll20, and now I can run it relatively well. I think at this point I'm pretty solid at running the game fluidly. And I think that is one of the big things that people who call it a video game, that's the reason why they do that. It's because they don't know how to do it. They haven't put the time in. They haven't, I have like 1,500 hours on Roll20, and I spent like, I guess, 800 of those hours literally learning how to run the game, building the campaigns that I run, and then experimenting with how things worked, so that when we got to the table, I was ready to do it, like generally do it. There's no music in the game. I was playing Avowed the other day, and I went up on a mountain, and like the music swelled automatically to like my position in the map, and it was amazing. In the game, when you hear music, it's because I'm using Discord, and I have a Discord bot, and I have a document with songs on it, and I put it into the Discord bot, and they play it at that moment, and the players like that too. It's not a video game. Enough. Misconception number 2. Communication is poor. You cannot communicate with someone properly through the internet.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
It's just wrong. I mean, to say that you have to be at a table with someone else, looking at them in the eye, or looking at the table in their presence for you to use your imagination is silly. I think. I mean, that's like saying to a blind person, well, you can't experience real emotion because you can't see me when I'm talking to you. Like, I find that insulting to blind people, frankly. I feel like they're very well-rounded, emotionally deep individuals. I mean, Daredevil is a really cool guy. Do not use video chat. Use voice chat. Get into a Discord server, log in. Don't use the cameras. I tell players in my campaign, I'm not using the camera. I'm just going to be talking at you because I literally can't look at them when I'm running the game. I got all this stuff that I got to manage on the virtual tabletop. Like, that's not going to work. But you can hear my voice. I'm always there connected to you because I'm listening, right? And it's that voice that is so integral to the game. It's ultimately how we communicate in a Dungeons & Dragons game. So as long as you have voice chat, you can have effective communication. And I don't mean just effective communication. I'm talking about like deep, life-changing moments of gaming. Story time. I went to the Dungeons & Dragons movie with two of my buddies from my first campaign 5e. At that theater were two other people that one of my friends knew who played D&D with him at one point. He was the former GM of my friend. After the movie, we get together, get some drinks, get some margaritas, eating some tacos, and I'm like, dude, you should play in this new campaign I'm starting. And he's like, what? What? Are you serious? I'm like, yeah, it's online. You'll have to sign up for Roll20. It won't take very long to figure it out. And he was into it, and he and his wife joined the game, and we are still playing to this day. That was like almost over 2 years ago, I think. When did the D&D movie come out? It was like then when we started playing. We have become the bestest of friends. We've had incredible moments at the gaming table. Total strangers. I wouldn't have known ever if it weren't for D&D and Roll20 and online gaming. In fact, just last fall, they invited me up to their place in the mountains, and we LARPed. I LARPed for the first time in my life because of this online community that we've created. My buddy, had work friends who wanted to play a game. Now we're running another OSE campaign, and they're getting into it. They're not even getting into it. We just got to the big bad, and they were freaking out. It's real, dude. It's real, is what I'm saying. So don't let communication get in your way. And if you're going to say, oh, well, it can be awkward, like people will talk at the same time. What? Like, have you ever been in a room talking with people? It can get awkward. I mean, that's just the nature of human communication. Like, get over it. I don't think that the internet has enhanced or helped that particular issue. You'll get into it. You'll get into the flow. Everybody has come. Everybody keeps playing. Everybody's into it. And I love it. I'm into it with them. I'm into it because they're into it. And we're into it because of online gameplay. Whew. I'm working up a sweat here, man. It's getting hot. Okay. All right. Last point. And this is the game winner. This is what makes online better than tabletop gameplay any day of the week, all right, in my opinion. And that is because it is convenient, okay? It's convenient. It works. You can schedule a game. The whole schedule boss monster BS, it doesn't exist online because you can pick, we play on Tuesday nights at 8:30, which is late, and we're all tired because, look around me for a second. I got kids, yo. Drinking bottles. I haven't even taken my Christmas tree down yet, dude. I don't care. It's not coming down. It's my nightlight now. Because I'm busy. I got a job, a 5-day-a-week job that requires a lot of energy and a lot of commitment. I bring work home with me. I got a family. I got a wife. I got other hobbies and interests. I like playing Doom. I want to play some video games. I want to paint my... Dude, this game, I'm into it. I'm into it. Oh my God, do I have my guys around? Can I show you? For a while, I was like, man, I don't want to play no D&D. I want to paint these little dudes. Look at this guy right here, how he came out. I'm stoked. It's my little sergeant. Can you see that? Will that come out? I won't. How do I do that trick where I... Anyway, this guy looks awesome. I love bolt action. And I'm going to learn how to teach it with my son. That's going to be one of the other hobbies is tabletop wargaming I'm into. Point is, I'm busy. And other people are busy. They got jobs. They got kids. They got other stuff going on. They can only play at that specific time at night because we've carved it out, right? And we are committed to that time. Every week that Manticore group, and then the week after, Silveraxe group. Manticore, Silveraxe, Manticore, and yeah, are there times where we can't make it? Sure, yeah, it happens, but we keep playing. It's always there. It doesn't make sense to bash your head against the wall and say, I can't schedule a game, I'm terrible, nobody loves me. And to have people say if they really loved the game, they would do it, you would find a way. That's not true. That's actually that's privilege is what it is. You're privileged to have a life where you can devote that much time to D&D, like literally plan and host a D&D party every week or even every other week or even once a month, I think is kind of like crazy. Can't happen in this house. No. Would never happen. You kidding me? Bunch of five random people in here shouting and screaming about some Manticore shooting spikes at them. My kids are asleep, yo. Keep it down. I can't leave because my kids are in bed. I'm not saying that it's better. I'm not saying it's better than tabletop role-playing game. It's just different. But it's just as good. If you are talking about the three things that I just pulled that number out, so hopefully I can think of three things. If you're thinking about developing long-lasting friendships at the table, check. If you're talking about a game that's consistently exciting and surprising to players, check. And if you want to have the game go on consistently, like forever until you're done, for years even, check. See, I knew there was at least three things that it did. I think I'm done. I think I got it out of my system. Feels good. Gotta say, it feels good. Listen, again, don't want to tell people that they aren't doing it right, okay? If you are a master at the table, continue with your bad self mastering the table. But if you don't let anyone tell you that you're playing a surrogate form of Dungeons and Dragons because you're online. Keep on rocking with your bad self. Play online. Do your best. That's what this channel's here for, to cheer you on, to show you how much I suck at D&D, really, truly running it, but yet we still manage to have a lot of fun. I'm not perfect. Look at what I'm doing, and that's enough to have this wonderful hobby be in your life forever and ever and develop those relationships. All right, I'm done. This is GM B Hall, signing off.